In this video, I'm going to share why I decided to start a recruiting agency. Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Natasha, the business recruiter. Welcome back to my channel. So when it came to starting a business, I will be very honest and transparent that I didn't necessarily know if starting a recruiting agency was going to be the right thing for me. And although I had a background in talent acquisition or recruiting from my corporate career, it still wasn't enough to convince me that I would be successful enough in order to make it a viable business. But what I will tell you is that what changed my mind was really stepping out on faith and understanding that in order for me to get to where I wanted to be, I really had to take that risk. Now, part of me wanting to start a recruiting agency was really focused on the fact that I did have that background in order to support me, meaning that I wasn't going into the industry blind. I knew exactly what it meant in order to be a recruiter. Not only did I understand how to actually be a successful recruiter, but I also understood how to go about getting clients. On the side of being a successful recruiter, I really understood the interview process. I knew what it took in order to source candidates, to interview candidates, and ultimately find viable positions based on their skill set. And then on the finding client side, I understood how external recruiters were actually going about finding companies to be able to work with. This allowed me the opportunity to really be able to hone in on the skills that I was good at in order to get my agency off of the ground. Now, if you've seen my prior video in regards to how I made my first $10,000, then you know exactly how I went about that process. If you haven't seen it, then I'll go ahead and link it here. That way you have the opportunity to review it. The most important thing that I want to tell you in regards to that particular video is that one of the reasons that I was actually able to get my first client was through my network. And it ultimately helped me to understand really how powerful it is in order to be able to work with other individuals within your sphere of influence in order to gain prospective clients and ultimately clients for your business. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, then be sure to go down below and hit that subscribe button as well as that bell so that you can get notified of all of my videos that do drop weekly. Now, the other piece that I do want to discuss is in regards to direct placement. Ultimately, this is how I got started in the industry. I realized that from working my corporate job and having the opportunity to work with external recruiters or recruiting agencies was that they were getting paid a ton of money in order to be able to fill the exact same roles that I was getting paid a salary for. And oftentimes, half of my salary was equal to one of their placement. Ultimately, it was the aha moment for me to make me realize that if they can go about doing this, then I definitely can too. And it also helped me to think through how important it was going to be for me to release any fears that I had about getting started. Now, one of the things that I do want to make sure that I do mention to you as you think about getting into the recruiting industry and potentially getting your recruiting agency off of the ground is that you are going to fail. And I definitely encourage that you actually do it because ultimately those failures are going to be learning lessons for you in terms of how you can continue to pivot and reiterate your business so that it can continue to be successful. I encourage you to fail fast and to fail forward. That way, although you're still failing, you're still headed in the right direction. And failing is also going to help you to determine that taking risks is actually okay. It's going to lessen your fear in regards to the failure and ultimately allow you to become more comfortable with taking risks. Now, I definitely understand that starting a recruiting agency isn't for everyone, so I highly encourage you to do your research or to work with a coach. I will be honest that I've done all of those things before I got my recruiting agency off of the ground, and it definitely made all of the difference in regards to my success. That's why I'm really focused on being able to help others in regards to starting their recruiting agencies by providing them with all of the tools and resources that I leverage in order to get started, and ultimately a blueprint of things that you should and should not do so that you don't have to go through those same growing pains that I went through. If you're interested in learning more about my program, then I'll be sure to leave that link down below in the description box for you. Ultimately, it's going to be on you to determine what you feel is going to be best for you, but if you're thinking about starting a legitimate business that is going to allow you to work from home but also make unlimited income, then starting a recruiting agency can definitely be a viable option for you. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, then be sure to give me a thumbs up, as well as if you are not in my Facebook group, then I definitely encourage you to join. We we are in there talking all things recruiting every single day. I'll be sure to leave that link down below in the description box for you as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.